Yes, they finally banned Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate is freaking evil. He's so evil. I bet you anything, when he sees a woman, he just goes up and slaps her. Any woman he sees, I bet you he just goes and slaps her and then kicks her in the face and then pees on her. I bet you that's the type of person he is. I bet you, because he's so evil, because that's what the news told me. The news told me that he's evil and he just hates women, and I bet you he just beats them all up every time he sees them. So it's so good that we banned him, because he's danger to society. He's danger to young kids, to young impressionable boys. We can't have people like teaching boys that they could be men. Like, that's no good. We need to teach boys that they could be girls, not men. Like, what is this guy thinking? Like, I don't understand why people even look up to this guy. Like, come on. Like, why are you teaching boys to be men? Or why are you teaching men to be men? Like, why you should teach them to be girls like everybody else is doing, because that's what we need to do. We need to teach boys to be girls, not men, okay? So it's so good that we're getting a ban on this guy. Like, he's probably just teaching boys to, just whenever they see a woman, just slap them and then just kick them in the face and pee on them. I bet you that's what he's teaching these young boys. I bet you anything, because he just hates women. He just hates. He's full of hate. He's full of evil, and he just wants to destroy everything. He just wants to make society corrupt, and he's just this evil guy who just, slaps women and kicks them and pees on them. I bet you. Like, man, that's what the news told me, so I believe it. Yeah, he's a misogynist, and he's a bigot, and he just hates everybody, and he just wants to destroy society. He's like the devil. Because that's what they told me. That's what the news told me, so I believe it. And we need to get rid of people like that. We don't need men in the society. There's no such thing as evil governments. He's trying to come out and saying, "Oh, they're trying to enslave us. They're trying to enslave us." Like what is he talking about? Like there's no, like, corrupt governments don't exist, okay? Like, the Constitution, he's trying to say, "Oh, well, they're censoring us. They're just taking away free speech. They're taking away our weapons." It's like, the Constitution was written a long time ago, like these people who wrote the Constitution, they were probably just dumb. I bet you anything, the people that wrote the Constitution are just dumb. They didn't know what they were talking about. Oh, they say, "Oh, well, the people that wrote the Constitution came from a corrupt government. They came from a tyrannical government, blah, 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 blah." Well, tyrannical governments don't exist anymore. What do you think about that? Like, tyrannical governments, they don't exist anymore. Okay, they never will exist ever again, because now corrupt governments are just so good. They just for the people. That's it. They don't want to hurt anybody. They don't want to enslave people. They don't want more power. I mean, they try to say, "Oh, well, ultimate power corrupts." Well, not with our politicians. Our politicians, they don't get corrupted. Our politicians are the most honest and trustworthy people ever. They would never commit a crime. Like, tyranny doesn't exist anymore. It just doesn't exist. Like, just because it happened, 200 years ago, doesn't mean it's going to happen now. And just because it's happening in other countries, the U.S. politicians aren't like other countries. We're not like other countries. We would never be corrupt. People wouldn't get tempted by money. We wouldn't take bribes from other. I mean, lobbying. Lobbying, it's just lobbying. It's not bribing or anything. Like, people try to claim it's bribing. They're just conspiracy theorists. Like, these people, I can't believe they're all like becoming like Andrew Tate. He's a conspiracy theorist, and it's so good that we are, stopping him, censoring him, cutting him off. Don't let people see that evil, the evil that this guy is, the evil that this guy's creating. I swear he if he could, he would probably just go shoot everybody. You know what I mean? Like, that's probably what he would do. He would probably just beat up women and just like teach other people to do that. So it's really good. He hates LGBT. He hates everybody. He hates, the government, and it's like the government wouldn't do anything to us. We're not turning into slaves. Oh, they're taking away free speech. Sometimes we need to do it. Sometimes we need to take away free speech, but only when we say that what you're saying is wrong, then it's wrong. When you say what we're saying is wrong, then it's not wrong. Only when we say it, because that's the way, this country works. It's not free speech for everybody. It's free speech for who we say it has right to free speech, okay? And the Second Amendment, like, you don't need weapons. Like, people don't need weapons. Yeah, in Australia they locked them down and they didn't, and people couldn't fight back against the government. The government has zero fear over their people, but that's not us. Our government is not like that. They would never do that to us. They want to implant chips in our brains, but it's like, that's probably a good thing, because we need to be better as humans. So yeah, like the fact that they can track everything we do and everything we say, and even track our heartbeat and everything about us, and see our face and see our expressions, and know everything about us, like, that's not a big deal, because I have nothing to hide. I have nothing to hide. So they say, oh well, a con artist, the more they know about you, the more they can take advantage of you, the more they can cheat you, the more they can lie to you. Well, no, because I don't have anything to hide. So I don't believe in that. I don't believe in con artists. I don't believe it. Con artists don't even exist. Like, there's no such thing as manipulation and lies and getting more information on people so you could take advantage of them. That's a conspiracy theory. It's like that doesn't even exist. Like, so this Andrew Tate guy is like good that we're getting him off the air, because he can't be teaching kids. You can't be teaching little boys to be men. You can't be teaching men to be men, okay? Because that's not good. That's not good for society. We need families separated. We need every individualistic. We need more individuality. We don't need families anymore. Like, what's the point of families? Like, families aren't going to spend as much money. People who are religious aren't going to spend as much money. We need people who to spend money. We need people to spend money. We need people to do what we say. We need people who are easy to control, and Andrew Tate is trying to teach people the wrong way. So we need to get rid of Andrew Tate. It's a good thing. I'm glad he got censored, because we say who gets censored. That's how we work. You say, oh, that's not fair. Well, no, it is fair, because what we say is right. What we say is right. We are the right ones. We are always right, and you guys are always wrong. Okay, so when good versus evil, we're good. And when good versus evil, we got to stop the evil no matter what. Okay, so no, Andrew Tate, I'm not going to slap down a woman and kick her in the face and pee on her. I'm not going to do that, Andrew Tate, because that's probably what you're telling men to do. And you're probably just like a misogynist, bigot who just doesn't like the government because you just want to cheat. That's why you don't like the government, because you just want to cheat. Like, it doesn't matter that the government is, taxes were supposed to just be taken out, like, just as a temporary thing for a couple months, and it was supposed to be just for the rich, and then it turned into what it is now, which is like almost 50% of our income. And they still want to keep taking out more, even probably the air that we breathe. They probably would do that. But no, no, it has nothing to do with that. Like, that's not what the government's trying to do. Like, the government's just trying to help. And that it doesn't have anything to do with that. Okay. The fact that they're doing that, like it has nothing to do with that. He just, Andrew Tate just wants a free pass just to do whatever he wants and have more power than the government. That's what Andrew Tate wants, probably. So we need to get rid of him, because he's just a danger. He's a danger to society, and all these people are saying, oh, he's trying to help people. He's trying to make the world a better place, because he wants men to be men, and he wants women to be women, and he wants families to be together, and he doesn't want to turn people into slaves, and the government turning people into slaves. No, he doesn't know. He tries to claim he's a genius, and his dad was like the greatest black chess player of all time. That may be true, but that doesn't mean he's smart. That doesn't mean he's smart. That doesn't mean he's smart just because he's the best chess player in the world. His dad was the best black chess player in the world. That doesn't mean you're smart. That doesn't mean you understand things, that you're aware of things that are going on, like the government trying to enslave us. Just because your dad was, that doesn't mean you're smart. Doesn't mean you could see the way the world works, and that the world's going in the wrong direction by teaching little boys to be girls and girls to be boys and feminizing men. It doesn't mean that. it doesn't mean that he's more smart and aware than everybody else, and he was able to, make millions and millions on his own, and trick all the algorithms of YouTube and TikTok and Twitter, and he was able to just build a massive following, and did, that doesn't mean he's smart. No, no, you liar, you conspiracy theorist, you're a liar, because I don't believe that. Like you may say it's reality, but I don't believe in reality. Okay, so just be quiet, you conspiracy theorists. It's a good thing we're getting rid of people who say they're trying to help when they're really just trying to make young boys probably slap women down and kick them in the face and pee on them. So don't come to me with that BS that he's just trying to help, because he's not. He's evil. He probably slaps women. Every time he sees a woman, he probably slaps her, kicks her in the face, and pees on her. So stop it. Okay, stop it.